The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
You beat the man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the World Heavyweight Champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
It's a shameful thing, you've lost your head. A careless man who could wind up dead. You wear your sin like it's some kind of prize. Too many lies, too many lies. Oh, these words are true, and I'll make you believe. Yeah, you fight for air and struggle just to breathe. And you wear your cowardice well, and I will see you riding straight to hell.
I really think the United Kingdom has something to be proud of when it comes to World Wrestling Entertainment. And I'm talking about the League of Nations. Sure, they may be a far cry away from the Four Horsemen from years ago when they were tearing up the territories, but at least this is something to give the United Kingdom fans something to be really proud of when it seemed like the four careers of people like Wade Barrett, Rusev, Sheamus, and Alberto Del Rio seem to be going nowhere. Alberto Del Rio is still challenging for the United States Championship, although he may have dropped it to Kalisto to create a superstar out of him in the light of the injury of Sin Cara a couple of months ago. It's unknown when he's returning, but obviously Del Rio is still a big-time player in the main event, the championship picture. Then you have Rusev, who turned his career around. King Barrett did the same thing for him, and Sheamus, off losing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, is still the voice of the League of Nations and one of the inspirations behind the creation of this group. And to make things even more interesting, you have Zeb Coulter as the manager, allegedly, of this group. So I think there's a lot that goes with them. They represent several different nations. Of course, the United Kingdom, Ireland, all these different nations are being represented, and I'm hoping that we're going to see an expansion off of all the nations that are represented, probably the United States and even Canada, being represented by the League of Nations. And not to mention, they are in close affiliation with Mr. McMahon and the Authority, Triple H and Stephanie, who have endorsed the League of Nations and their future. Like them or not, they have a very promising future in WWE, and I think there's a great opportunity for them to create something special with the League of Nations, and that's why I've been throwing up a YouTube video series on my YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke 22 to coincide with everything happening for the League of Nations, because it's apparent to me they have a very promising future in store for them with WWE and all their fans. Now, I know that there are fans that the League of Nations get on the nerves of, and I understand why. And you have to understand why, really, what's happening here. It's just wrestling psychology at its finest, because they'll put somebody as champion like The Miz from 2011, and he held that championship from December of 2010 till about April of 2011, because he got on our nerves. So many people, even Del Rio, when he was champion, got on our nerves, and that again goes back to wrestling psychology. And as long as the League of Nations are getting on our nerves, they are doing their jobs very well, champions or not. As long as they're there getting on our nerves, they are going to be in the main event picture for a really long time. Taking, for instance, these matches, of course, with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose on recent editions of either Raw or SmackDown, the League of Nations are always in the main event. They may not be winning all the time against Ambrose and Reigns because they're your headliners for this year's WrestleMania, obviously, but at least they are still in the main event, and that's where you want to be. When you're in the main events against the big names in WWE, no matter if it's John Cena, Randy Orton, or Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, in the circumstances we are faced with right now because of all these injuries of Randy Orton and John Cena, who are not due back for a few months, obviously going to be missing WrestleMania. Regardless of who you're in the main event with, as long as you are in the main event picture and you stay there for a long time, then obviously you are over with WWE. I am really proud of how Rusev has turned his career around after all that circumstances we saw with Summer Rae and Lana, and how TMZ posted what they did. Very unprofessional by TMZ, I might add. Not really a big fan of what TMZ posts, although we do get some of our entertainment news from TMZ.com's newsfeed, which posts every half an hour syndicated to our Facebook page and our Twitter, and you're probably annoyed by reading TMZ news bits from their newsfeed every half an hour on my Facebook page and my Twitter at Jonathan Clarke 1. But TMZ handled this very unprofessionally, and it seemed like they were punishing Rusev there for a while, making him lose matches to Ryback in under 3 minutes. I thought Rusev was a great wrestler, especially going a couple of months being undefeated in WWE. He was beating everybody that was put in front of him, even Sheamus himself. When he defeated Sheamus for the United States Championship, it seemed like nobody could stop Rusev's path of destruction until he was faced with John Cena at WrestleMania 31 just last year. It was an incredible program between those two, which really elevated Rusev. And I think that when John Cena returns, he's going to be a big-time player in the main events with the League of Nations, regardless of what circumstances we are faced with by the time Cena and Orton come back into it. And I'm really interested in finding out what Cena is going to do along with people like Orton and probably the Usos in a program against the League of Nations, because they really do need something to go on for them right now, because what they're doing right now is just putting over Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, the remnants of the Shield, because they, as I just mentioned, are in the main event of WrestleMania this year, and obviously there could be a triple threat match being looked at between Triple H, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, with how much Dean Ambrose is over and Roman Reigns' popularity, obviously, from winning the championship and, of course, being in close affiliation with The Rock. There is going to be something big happening for the League of Nations either before WrestleMania or in the fallout of WrestleMania. It's just not going to happen now because, of course, Cena and Orton are out with major injuries, and obviously the Usos and other parties are going to factor into that as well. It wouldn't surprise me none if John Cena captained the team as early as, say, Extreme Rules or the Money in the Bank pay-per-view even against the League of Nations in an 8-man tag team match with Cena going out and getting some partners like